Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and it's time for my Sunday night live news stream. I've just got some news articles and some trailers to watch for later on. If you're wondering why I've got my dressing gown on, because I'm blooming freezing again. The cat's hogging the fire as usual. I can't put it on high because she'll burn and she won't move. So I've just got to have it on really low. So she's nice and lovely and warm. I'm bloody freezing. So I've got my Darth Vader dressing gown on. Brrr. Anyway, it's been snowing today. Very nice, very festive. And as you can see, there, where am I? Got some Christmas decorations up. My trees over there. Anyway, and Windgrace is here. Buckle up, buckaroos. I've heard that from somewhere. I can't think where. I can't place it. Anyway, so before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube. I'd better check and make sure. Yes, we are. We're live on YouTube. We should be live on Rumble, so I just got to refresh that because it just doesn't start automatically. Got to refresh the bloody thing. Go on. There we go. Yes, we are. And we're live on Twitch. Huzzah. Right. For all my 5 followers on Twitch. How do you get more? I've no idea. Anyway, but we're over 500 on YouTube. Yay! 518, I think now. I don't know. I've forgotten. But cool. Thank you very much. I think it's Doctor Who that's got me all these new subscribers. But anyway, there's no Doctor Who in the news today. Well, there is, but I'm not covering it because it's all about last night's special. And I've done a review and all that stuff. So anyway, it's all about Bernard Cribbins being back as Wilfred Mott. Wow, it loses them for me. Did your Doctor Who review lose you subscribers? How many? I mean, why do people unsubscribe? I don't never understood that. Never understood that. Just leave it. Just leave it subscribed, even if you don't watch it. The channel. Anyway, right. Where were we? Oh yes, we're live on all them platforms. I'll upload it to Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, and Google Podcasts afterwards. Links for the stories are in the description, and I'll put timestamps in afterwards because then I'll know the times that we get to them. I'm also on Facebook, X, and Instagram. I'll just move the Wolfman out of the way. I've nowhere to put stuff. Oh, for God's sake. Right. As are the links for my 2 books, Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats eating people in North Yorkshire, and Mercury Rapids, pardon me, a light-hearted sci-fi action adventure. Heck. About UFOs and stuff. They're on Amazon Kindle and paperback. Give them a whirl. It's Christmas. Right. Heck. Just blow my nose and I'm bloody whistling through my nose now. Right, let's get on with it. Shall we? Make myself titchy tiny. And off we jolly well go. Right, what's first up? Star Trek's first up. There we go. Right, here we go. Star Trek Discovery. Hooray! Star Trek Discovery set season 5 premiere for spring 2024 and drops a new clip, which I think we'll have a look at. There might be a link. And there she is, Sonequa Martin Green as Captain Michael Burnham. What do you think of that then? Right, Paramount Plus has released a preview of the upcoming 5th and final season of Star Trek Discovery. Thank God. Although I did like the first season, mostly. Which is set to premiere in April 2024 on The Streamer. In the new footage, by the way, this is on Variety, Michaela Z. That's a fake name, isn't it? Michaela Z. She just says, I want to be the last in the phone book or near the last in the phone book. Like that fella in 2000 AD that time, when I think it was Chief Judge, I forgot his name now. They had the Chief Judge, like Caligula, were that evil. And he decided to start killing people in Mega City 1. And he was using the phone book. And so they're going in alphabetical order. Not using the phone book. They were going in alphabetical order. So the first person to die was Aaron A. Aardvark. And he says, that's not my real name. I just changed it so I'd be first in the phone book. And that's what Michaela Z's up to. She wants to be last. I just hope there ain't anybody with letters after E in her area. Anyway, right. In the new footage, Captain Michael Burnham, Sir Newcomb Martin Green, and Cleveland book booker David Ayala, the most pointless character in any series history, in my opinion, contend with a massive hostile alien creature that has the ability to cloak itself. We've seen that before, haven't we? We saw that creature in Darmok that cloaked itself, didn't it? Star Trek Discovery star Martin Green and showrunner Michelle Paradise introduced the clip during the Paramount Plus panel at CCXP on Saturday in Sao Paulo. Is it Sao Paulo or San Paulo? I've heard people pronounce it San Paulo, Brazil. Per the official logline, Season 5 will find Captain Burnham and the crew of the USS Discovery uncovering a mystery which will send them on an epic adventure across the galaxy to find an ancient power whose very existence has been deliberately hidden for centuries. So it's like a Dan Brown novel. Yes, or a read too. A Stargate reference there. But there are others on the hunt as well, dangerous foes who are desperate to claim the prize for themselves and will stop at nothing to get it. So it's a rehash, a season-long rehash of The Chase from Next Generation, by the sounds of it. In addition to Sonequa Martin Green and David Ayala, Star Trek Discovery stars Doug Jones as Saru, Anthony Rapp as Paul Stamets, Mary Wiseman. I thought she'd buggered off to the Academy. Sylvia Tilly, Wilson Cruz, Dr. Hugh Culber, Blue Del Barrio Adira, and Callum Keith Rennie as Rayner. Is that a new character? Season 5. I can't remember what happened in the last season, to be honest. Season 5 also features recurring guest stars Elias Tufexis, God knows, Lack, and Eve Harlow's Moll, like a gangster's Moll. The series is produced by CBS. We know all this rubbish. Watch the clip, full clip from the final season below. Well, we'll have a look. I don't know if they'll let us. Oh, there. Mute me, Mike. Oh, sorry. Is there an echo? Oh. Is that it? Hang on. All right. Oh, weird.
They can cloak. We have to find a way past it. See if you can communicate with it. Could you pick up anything?
Yeah. It's really pissed off.
The Predator.
Time for plan B then?
On the count of 3.
Hey, is it on 3 or after 3?
Second on. 1, 2, 3, go. Can we just go then?
We're in a quarry. It must be a Doctor Who set. Oh, on the cloak, it's got a laser face.
Michael, there's another one!
I need more time!
Nearly done. Well, that's me confused. I've no idea what were going on in that. I thought Adira left the Academy too. I have no idea. I can't remember. As I said, I can't remember the last season. Most of it. I remember the fallopian tube aliens, and that's about it. Right. So there we go. So it's coming out in April, and then that's it. Thank God. Thank God they can move on to something better, some better Star Trek, like Starfleet Academy or Section 31. I bet he's hoping is Alex Kurtzman that people are going to forget about Star Trek Legacy and stop hashtagging it. But we won't, will we? Because we want that. We don't want Starfleet Academy, and we don't want Section 31. Even though Michelle Yeoh's amazing, but she was more amazing as Captain Giorgio rather than Empress Giorgio. I didn't like Empress Giorgio, but I liked Captain Giorgio. She was good. But anyway, but she's dead, so never mind. Right, let's move on. It's enough of Discovery. Right, what's this one? It's not coming on. Let's give it a minute. I'll go look at some. What are the others we've got? What's this one? I'll refresh it to see what happens. Oh yes, this is hang on, where have I put it? Just bear with me, Hang on, no, this should be further down. I think. Oh wait, I've put it in the wrong place on my tabs. I'm in the right place. There we go. Right, so next up, sticking with Star Trek. I'll get there. Windgrace says, if Section 31 is a one-time movie, I don't care. Get it out of their system and move on. Yes. Well, yeah. I'd still rather not have it made. I know it'll get people employed for a while, won't it? But it'll be rubbish. It will. It'll be rubbish, and I just would rather they didn't. But you never know. They might not do it now. You never know, do you? In this uncertain time that we're in. So we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? They keep saying it's happening. Anyway, right. Moving on. Walter Koenig. Is it Koenig or Koenig? I've heard people say I've heard it pronounced both ways. I say Koenig. One interaction. This is from Slash Film. Whitney Seibold. One interaction with William Shatner on Star Trek left Walter Koenig in severe pain. But going back to Section 31 for a moment. I'd rather not have it, but it's better than spending another 5 years spending time and effort saying it's coming. Exactly. It's been coming that long, hasn't it? And it was originally a series, and now it's been demoted to a movie, a one-off movie. They should do that with Starfleet Academy, to be honest. Just do a one-off movie with a little action adventure for some cadets to go on. Although we had that with Star Trek 2, didn't we? That was essentially an adventure with cadets, sort of. Anyway. Right. Chekhov, right, here we go. Walter Koenig joined the cast of Star Trek in 1967 as Ensign Pavel Chekhov, the feisty Russian upstart who was always quick to point out that a lot of human culture originated in his home country. He was often hot-headed and a little brash, but always capable. By the events of the 1982 film Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Chekhov had been promoted to the rank of commander and served as the executive officer on board the USS Reliant, underneath Captain Clark Terrell, Paul Winfield, who died so that the white man could live. That's from I forgot his name now. That Irish comedian. He bumped into, I can't remember his bloody name now. He bumped into Paul Winfield at an airport, and he says, "I loved you in Star Trek 2. And Paul Winfield apparently turned to him and said, "Oh, yes, the film where I died so the white man could live." And thought, and he was really disappointed. Was it that comedian? Oh, what's his name now? Super famous Irish comedian. Anyway, not Dara O'Brien, the other one. Anyway, in that film, Commander Chekhov and Captain Terrell were captured by the revenge-bent Khan, Ricardo Montalban, who forced miniature seti eels into their ears. Miniature ones? Is there any other sort? Seti eels into their ears. The eels burrow into their hosts' brains and make them docile or docile and suggestible, forcing Chekhov to turn against Starfleet and aiding Khan in his evil schemes. By halfway through the film, Chekhov is reunited with his old captain, James T. Kirk, William Shatner, by this time Admiral Kirk. Luckily, Chekhov manages to reject the eel. Thank goodness. Can't say the same for Captain Terrell, can we? And rejoins Kirk on board the USS Enterprise. It's worth pausing to note that Shatner was notoriously difficult to work with. He would often hog the spotlight on Star Trek. He was a star. He was the star of the show, so why shouldn't he? I've always said this. Treating his co-stars like tertiary players to his own fame and ego. Because they were day players. That's how he described them. They didn't even get their names up front. They were stuck at the end, the end credits that nobody watched. Well, they don't watch them these days, do they? Because they're on like Netflix and stuff, and it always skips the end credits, doesn't it? And goes on to the next episode. But yeah, it was the first 2 seasons. It was Shatner and Nimoy. They were the only 2 names at the beginning. And then, for season 3, where DeForest Kelly got his name up front as well. Deservedly so. Anyway, Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry even once wrote an angry letter to Shatner and to Spock actor Leonard Nimoy over their childish need to focus Trek scenes on themselves. They were the stars. By 1982, Koenig finally had the casual temerity to jibe Shatner on his old spotlight-hogging habits. However, when Koenig joked to Shatner about it on the set of Wrath of Khan, Twok, he received an icy stare that left the actor feeling physically ill for a day. What, has he got psychic powers or something, William Shatner? Koenig talked about the experience in a recent interview with Trek Movie, and there's a link if you want to follow that. And then he's being picked up. How does he recognise Chekhov, though? Because Chekhov wasn't there, was he, season 1? Unless it were below decks. But, you know, that were never shown on screen, so we don't know. It seems that Koenig, for the most part, had a very positive experience working on Star Trek. He appeared in the show's first... No, he didn't. He appeared in the show's first and second seasons. Don't you mean second and third seasons? Whitney. As well as all 6 feature films based on the original series. He recently had a voice cameo in the final episode of Star Trek Picard, playing a descendant of Pavel Chekhov. It seems, however, Anton Chekhov, he was his name, wasn't it? Which were also a nice nod to the actor that played Chekhov in the J.J. Abrams films, who passed away, unfortunately. Anyway, it seems, however, that he had his worst experience while filming Star Trek 2. Thanks to the above-mentioned incident. Yes, it was also in Generations. Yes. He was. Along with Scotty and obviously Kirk. Quote, right. I had one bad moment, and it wasn't the TV show. It was one of the movies with Bill. In the second movie, that was the only really bad moment that I've had in the whole history of watching Star Trek or being involved in Star Trek. We were getting ready. You know, they discovered me and Paul, and then we got on the transporter, and I was standing behind Bill on the transporter. And we were all going to beam out, and Bill looked at me and said, "Move a little bit this way." He didn't want me so much in the shot. So I said, "I'm just doing what you do, Bill." Koenig was playfully mocking the well-understood fact that Shatner would try to put himself in the middle of the screen at all times. Is the star! Often stepping out from behind co-stars to make himself more visible. Koenig seemingly wasn't trying to get himself on camera for the scene in question, but bringing up Shatner's habit caused the man to become enraged. What an icy stare. He's enraged, is it? Shatner's co-stars have been saying for years that the actor was a prima donna and that no one got along with him. It was the star. Koenig's jibe was, it seems, an example as to why. The wrath of Shatner, and there he is with his set ears coming out of Chekhov's big ear. And Scottish Geek Guy's here. Howdy, folks. Hiya, Jimmy. How are you doing? I want to know, why you're a Scottish Geek Guy, have you won the lottery or something? You're always buying DVDs and records and doing unboxings. Where do you get the money from? Anyway, Koenig recalls Shatner's overblown reaction to his joke about the actor's tendency to step into the spotlight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like I said, we're on 518 or something now. As I said earlier, I think it's my Doctor Who videos I've done that have got people subscribing, which is cool. No, I'm just reckless with money. All right, fair enough. But you're Scottish. You can't be. You're not allowed to be. Oh, dear. Because we all know that copper wire was invented by 2 Scotsmen fighting over a penny, weren't they? But anyway. Right. I'm joking. Right, what we? Koenig recalls Shatner's overblown reaction. I will continue before Scottish Geek Guy drives down from Scotland and beats me up. Koenig recalls Shatner's overblown reaction to his joke about the actor's tendency to step into the spotlight. It seems far larger than the joke being made, Koenig recalls. Shatner said, "That's neurotic. And then he did a double take to look at me twice, as if looking at me twice is going to somehow cow me. So I went home and I had a severe gut pain for the rest of the evening, but I got over it. I said maybe he's got psychic powers. Maybe he's learned something from Spock over the years. Anyway, luckily Koenig was not cowed by the icy stare. Double take. I thought he was enraged and then did a double take, not an icy stare. Indeed, having come in for the second season of Star Trek, he seemed to possess a pretty healthy and egalitarian attitude towards working with an ego like Shatner's. He understood that he wasn't the star of Star Trek, and that Shatner, Nimoy, and DeForest Kelly were the top-billed actors. I think DeForest Kelly, though, in the beginning of the episode, top billing until season 3. I'm sure it wasn't, but I could be wrong. Koenig was fine playing a supporting role. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Was fine playing a supporting role. He said this was true of most TV in the 1960s. Shatner's attitude was reminiscent of the attitude of the times. When we did Star Trek, it wasn't a CAST, it was a CASTE, as in, a division of, not egalitarian, it was a caste system, that's what I'm trying to say. He said, I've had enough of you, and kicked Koenig off a cliff. Yes, he did. I have had enough of you. Like that. I'm kicking, by the way, if you can't see my feet, obviously. Like he did with Christopher Lloyd. Because his taxi were late. We were distinguished by our position. If you were one of the 3 stars, and this was not Star Trek alone, this was most television series, you got billing at the top of the show, which may seem inconsequential. What does that really matter? But it reflects an attitude. Did that bother me a lot? No, it was the way things were. That was the sign of the times. Basically what he's saying, William Shatner was the star of the show. So he was entitled to, get in the centre of frame as often as possible. William Shatner, Koenig said, wasn't behaving any differently to any other TV lead. It wouldn't be until 1970s reappraisals that Trek would emerge as an ensemble drama, not as a TV series with 3 leads. Koenig was okay with that. I don't necessarily agree with that, to be honest. It were kind of viewed as an ensemble, really, when the films came around, in my opinion. When the films came around and the others, like Uhura and Chekhov and Sulu and all them, were brought more to the forefront. We didn't see Commander Kyle again, did we? Is he still around? I presume he is. Irene's here. Hello, did you already cover House of the Dragon? No, we haven't got there yet. It's just a trailer, that's all. We're just looking at the trailer. That's later on. We've just started. You're not late at all. We're on the second story. We're doing Star Trek at the moment. And that's it. We're done. Right, we're done with that one. But yeah, so he seemed not really bothered, but we've learned that William Shatner has psychic powers and can give you gut ache with an icy stare. It was more ensemble in the animated series, not for Chekhov, though. No, because he wanted it, was he? Although he did write an episode, didn't he? He wrote the Infinite Vulcan one with the giant Spock doing that a lot. I think that was it, wasn't it? And 99% of the voices were either Nichelle Nichols or James Doohan or George Takei. Pretty much. Okay, yes, I watched the trailer, but I'll bite the tongue. I've not seen it yet. I don't think I've seen any of the trailers we're looking at. Not properly, anyway. I saw somebody else talking about them on another YouTube thing, but I wasn't really paying any attention. But anyway. Right, let's move on. What's next? I can't remember. If you're wondering why I'm sitting with me dressing gown on, because I'm blooming freezing. And I couldn't be bothered getting my coat through from the next room. Right, what's next? Star Wars. Talk about Star Wars. That's what we're talking about. Adam Driver, who's been in the news a lot regarding Star Wars recently. Does this suggest he's going to be coming back? But not in this story. Right, Adam Driver on the constant reminder that Kylo Ren killed Han Solo in Star Wars The Force Awakens. We presume he killed him. We saw him run Han Solo through with his lightsaber, and then his body fell, and we don't know what happened then. He could have landed on a trampoline or something. He could have done a what's his face? Emperor Palpatine. He fell and were fine. But and the same can be said for Darth Maul. If they get killed and fall, they're fine. So he's okay. He's okay, he's Han. Adam Driver, he's low-key handsome. He's got good screen presence, I will say that. And he's quite charismatic. But he just kind of remind me of the, remember the holiday special, that animated version of Han Solo? Kind of reminds me of that. Oh, dear. Yes, the constant, never actually die death scenes. Yes. So Han Solo still lives. Hashtag. Right, Adam Driver has been, by the way, this is from Deadline, and the author is Armando Tinoco. Probably mispronouncing that. Apologies, Armando. Adam Driver has been facing the wrath. We just talked about the wrath, haven't we? In the Wrath of Khan. Anyway, the wrath of Star Wars fans for the actions of his on-screen character Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo. Why did they call him Ben? No idea. During an appearance on Max's Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, Driver opened up about fans reminding him every day that his supervillain character was the one that killed Harrison Ford's Han Solo in Star Wars The Force Awakens. No, it was Harrison Ford that killed Han Solo in Star Wars The Force Awakens, because I think that's the only reason he agreed to do it, that Han Solo would be killed. Anyway, somebody reminds me about that every day, Driver joked. Not every day, but yeah, it used to be more, but now it's probably once a month somewhere. Driver also talked about how it was filming the scene with Ford, saying, obviously, John Williams' score wasn't playing in the background. And it was very emotional, actually, shooting it with Harrison. Just a minute. Well, yeah, hang on. Let me catch up. Wingrace says, death is only permanent for Qui-Gon and Padme. Yes, it seems so, doesn't it? Although Qui-Gon kind of came back as a Force voice. Oh, no, we saw him, didn't we, at the end of Ben Kenobi, the series, didn't we? And Padme is back in, I forgot his name. That fella that does, what's his name now? Him that does the deep fakes of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and that. And Padme sometimes appears in those comedy things. I forgot his name now. Never mind. Wasn't Ben named after Ben Kenobi? Well, yeah, but why? Why did Han Solo and Princess Leia name their son after Ben? I mean, she knew him as Obi-Wan. I know she says Ben Kenobi in A New Hope, but it was Luke that really knew him as Ben, old Ben. But whatever. So they called him Jason of Star Command. Or was that a joke question? Well, it was just an observation, really. Why did they pick Ben? Why did they call him Obi-Wan? Because that was his proper name, wasn't it? That was Kenobi's actual name. Ben was his nom de plume while they were in exile. Yes, Leia is Luke's twin, yes. And but they led very different lives up to a point. But anyway, whatever. Right, where were we? Obviously, John Williams' score wasn't playing in the background, and it was very emotional, actually, shooting it with Harrison. Harrison was so generous and contemplative, and to me, that was a great moment on set, even though it was his death. Star Wars The Force Awakens was released. Oh, then we're going about all this stuff, though. Oh, no, I'll read it. Star Wars The Force Awakens was released in 2015 and directed by J.J. Abrams. In the film, Driver plays the role of Kylo Ren, the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, General Leia, played by, General Organa, played by Carrie Fisher. Driver also opened up about taking the role in the franchise. I took it really seriously. and thought about it a lot and was very on the fence, he said. I was aware that it was a great opportunity and I didn't want to be in it and be bad. You know, like a lot of people were going to watch it. I was a fan of those movies. So I went on to reprise his role of Kylo Ren in 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi and 2019 Star Wars The Rise of Palpatine, which is a sci-fi comedy. Irene says, so it might be twin stuff or odes. Lol, sorry, I overthink things. Yeah. No, that's fine. It's fine. I'm just being facetious, really, when I say, why did they call him Ben? Because, she didn't really have many dealings with Ben Kenobi. Although they did change that in the series, I suppose, didn't they? So that he became a friend of hers in the series, didn't he? A young Leia. But did she ever call him Ben? Did he say, my name's Ben in that? I can't actually remember now. Obviously, I've only watched it once because it was rubbish. Anyway, so there we go. So people remind him about killing Han Solo every day. And is he fine with it? I don't know. It doesn't really say, does it? It just says people bring him up about it regularly. And whatever. But he's not dead. Han Solo's not dead. He's in the Force netherworld, going like that. He's like in the Phantom Zone in Superman 2. He's like going through space like that, waiting for somebody to save him. Because that's what we're down there in the middle of Starkiller Base. The kyber crystals have preserved his essence. That's overthinking things, Irene. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on before I start saying silly things. Even more silly things. Right, Star Wars, the holiday special, which I might watch tonight. I've just decided I might dig it out and watch it. How Star Wars holiday special became more powerful than George Lucas could possibly imagine. I said this. When did I say this? I said the other day, talking about when I was a kid and people talking about the holiday special. It was just on once, wasn't it, on TV? I don't know if I actually showed it over here. They might have done. I have a vague memory of it. So maybe it got played in the UK once, but I could be wrong. Might be having like a Mandela effect going on. But when I was a kid, when people mentioned the Star Wars holiday special, I always associated it with summer because we have summer holidays in the UK. We go on holidays in the summer. We never associate it with Christmas. Christmas is Christmas, but in America you call it the Christmas holidays, don't you? So, but anyway, that's just me. Right, how Star Wars holiday special became more powerful than George Lucas could possibly imagine. A new documentary captures that fleeting moment when Star Wars was already a global sensation, but nobody had quite realised what an all-conquering brand it would become. Not anymore, is it? What's he doing that? I thought he was doing that then. Vader looks like it. There's a Yuletide Star Wars joke that feels older than Yoda. It goes like this: how did Darth Vader know what Luke was getting for Christmas? I'll pause. He felt his presence. We all thought that, didn't we? When we watched Return of the Jedi, it says, I felt his presence. Luke said that, didn't he? And I always thought, well, get out from under the Christmas tree then. That one feels like it might have fallen out of a cracker when George Lucas's original trilogy was in its imperial phase of box office domination in the early 1980s. Oh, by the way, this is articles on The Big Issue, which is a magazine, a periodical, which like homeless people sell to make some money for themselves in the UK. And the author is Graham Virtue. But there's another enduring festive punchline from around the same time, the 1978 Star Wars holiday special, a truly unique spin-off celebrated in new documentary, A Disturbance in the Force. I'm going to check now and see if it did air in the UK. Because I'm sure I've got a memory of it. Star Wars Help if I could spell. My fat fingers mashing my keyboard. Holiday special. UK airing. Now then, does it say when it aired? If it aired in the UK? Production. I'm looking on Wikipedia, by the way. Distribution. International broadcast. Right. No, it doesn't say. So maybe, like I said, maybe it's a Mandela effect thing. We're in Canada. Aired in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, France, Sweden. They're very random countries, these, aren't they? Republic of Ireland on Christmas Day in 1979. And in Honduras on Christmas Day 1981. But nothing about the UK. I'm sure I saw it on telly. I'm sure I did. Or maybe I'm just imagining it. It's a Mandela effect. Anyway, right, Irene's talking again. Sorry, got distracted. My son had me plug in an air purifier because he likes the fan-like output, but he wanted me to plug it in because he didn't want the light and skeleton to happen to him. So you're going to have to electrocute yourself just for your son's sake. I warn him about electric shocks. Ah, bless him. Bless. Anyway, right, where were we? Where were we? I can't remember where I was now. Anyway, we'll start here. Technically, the first Star Wars sequel, the holiday special, was supposed to allow US fans to enjoy the cinematic thrills of a galaxy far, far away. Drinking game, yay! It's water. In the comfort of their own homes. The main thrust of the nominal plot involves Chewbacca racing to get back to his Wookiee home planet in time for Life Day, an invented cosmic holiday. I mean, invented. Are all holidays invented at some point? That cannily combines the reflectiveness of Thanksgiving with the gift-buying impulse of Christmas. In an impressive coup, all the core movie cast reprise their characters. I think there was some like contractual obligation or something. I'm sure there were. But Luke, Han, and Leia only appear in brief vignettes. And Carrie Fisher looks she looks stoned or drunk. Anyway, he's 5, just newly so. Yeah, all right. Oh, bless. I forgot where we were now. Oh, wait, brief vignettes. Let's say Leia looked drunk. Luke, I think, had he had his accident then or something? I don't know, but he looked weird because he had loads of makeup on. Obviously Harrison Ford just didn't want to be there. Irene says, I've still not seen the Star Wars holiday special, but I do recall the Star Trek song, Make It So, Make It So, Make It So. Yes. And he says, shut up, Wesley. Doesn't it as well? It's a good video, is that? It's on YouTube. Look it up. Where were we? The majority of screen time is split between Chewbacca's sitcom-ready Wookiee family, stressed mom Mala, flea-bitten grandpa, and, pervy, Itchy, and young furball Lumpy, and a series of seemingly incongruous vignettes. He likes that word, doesn't he? Shimmering aliens perform interpretive dance on a hologram chess table. A frantic cooking demonstration parodies Julia Child. No idea what that is. Jefferson Starship beam in and rock out. Probably the best bit, to be honest. A pre-Golden Girls era B. Arthur seems to be running the Mos Eisley Cantina and sings her own cabaret-ready closing time number. Yeah. And other things as well. And I forgot his name now. Art. Is it Art? Somebody or other. I can't remember now. Has multiple roles. I'm going to have to look it up again now. Right. Cast. No. Art Carney is the trader, wasn't it? But Harvey Korman, that was it. Harvey Korman plays various characters You know, because he's hilarious. What's that say? There we go. There we go. Irie says it's funny, and Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is super cute. Yes, I really liked that. I really liked that. That was good. That. Julia Childs is like a famous chef. I think French inspired or trained. All right, I've never heard of it. Fanny Craddock. That's TV chefs I remember because I'm old. She was a British TV chef. She had a husband that she were always berating on screen. Back in the day. Anyway, because there was a joke about Fanny Craddock or something. They were like, make your buns like fannies or something like that. I'm being rude. Anyway, the Star Wars Holiday Special was broadcast on the CBS channel on 17th of November 1978 in the primetime slot to impressive ratings. After that, though, silence. Over 4 decades later, it's never been repeated or officially re-released. But its sheer WTF weirdness slowly created a cult around it. Bootleg VHS cassettes became highly sought-after artifacts and badges of fan pride. If Lucas had intended to strike it down, the holiday special became more powerful than he could possibly imagine. In 2023, it is much easier to track down and experience via a basic search on YouTube. The whole wild story is re-examined in A Disturbance in the Force, subtitled How the Star Wars Holiday Special Happened, which assembles an impressive geek chorus of US comedy talents, including Patton Oswalt, Kevin Smith, Seth Green, Bobcat Goldthwait. That's not me doing a Wookiee, that's how he talks, doesn't it? Well, he directed like a found footage Bigfoot film, which wasn't bad. But anyway, Weird Al Yankovic and the late Gilbert Gottfried. That sharp-tongued lineup suggests that the doc will be an extended roast of all the bizarre creative decisions, stilted performances, and garish 1970s TV production flourishes that made the holiday special such a head-spinning experience. It's bizarre. Irene says, I do like Gordon Ramsay. I've never liked him. Never liked Gordon Ramsay. I know he's Scottish. Actually got approached to be on his show once the F word. But had to decline. Oh, right. Cool. Why? Are you a good chef? You know, that's obviously I don't know anything about you, Irene. I presume you're really good at cooking. I love Weird Al. Yeah, there's got a film about him, hasn't he? But I've not seen it. Not seen it. The only songs I could say about Weird Al Yankovic were his "Eat It" Michael Jackson thing, and that's it off the top of my head. Oh, he did a song for the Transformers movie from 1986. He did a song for that. Born to be Stupid or something like that. Did a song for that. I posted home foods I make a lot on Instagram because I literally had 2 kids under 2. All right. I'll have to look you up on Instagram then. Is it Irene Jobson? I'll look you up. I wasn't in any spot to leave my family for however long. I know how you feel. I've got a son. He's grown up now, but you know, too much information, I suppose. But he's autistic and needs full-time care. So that's why I do this, because I stay at home looking after him in his 24-hour care. So anyway, so I know how you feel. Anyway, right, where were we? Instead, the film, co-directed by Jeremy Coon and Steve Kozak, is much more warm-hearted, going to great efforts to contextualize the milieu in which the show was created. Because it's a variety show, that's what it is. Better Living Mom is my most recent account. Right, I'll look that up. Actually, I'll do it now. We're live. What the heck? I'll do it now. Because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. Because I'm an idiot. And I forgot already what you said. Better Living Mom, right. Oh, dear. Where's the search box? Oh, it's there. I'm not used to using Instagram on my computer. I usually do it on my phone. Better Living Mom. There we go. Irene Jobson. There we go. And click follow. There we go. Cool. So everybody go and follow Irene on Instagram, and lots of delicious food photos and kids as well, cute kids and the moon. Cool. Right, back to the show. I'll follow back, I promise. They all said that. Anyway, right, where were we? Where were we talking about? Oh, either it's a variety show, right? The intentions were twofold: to keep the brand in the public imagination while Lucas worked on the sequel, and to generate hype for the first Christmas when Star Wars action figures and toys would actually be available to buy. Those shelves were bare in 1977. Yes, the famous Kenner empty box campaign, wasn't it? Harry says, I already followed, and yes, lots of kids. Yes, give her a follow on Instagram and look at her delicious recipes. This was a time when family-friendly, unashamedly cheesy variety shows were at their peak in the US, so the still nascent Star Wars property was simply fed into the existing TV production line, which might explain why guest stars like Art Carney, and Harvey Korman skewed towards old and established rather than young and hip. Beyond the concept of Life Day, Lucas himself had minimal involvement, and the veteran creative team were pulling in different directions. Though the special had an impressive budget for the time, CBS, I've seen somewhere what it was, I can't remember that, but it was in the millions, I think. CBS executives kept insisting the running time be increased. After the first few days of shooting, the original director quit. Once you hear the whole fractious tale, pieced together from testimony by the surviving writers, it seems like a Life Day miracle that the holiday special exists at all. What it truly illuminates is that fleeting moment when Star Wars was already a global sensation, but nobody had quite realised what an all-conquering, carefully curated brand it would become. So the holiday special is a minor but enjoyably messy part of the mega franchise's origin story. Seek out the original on YouTube. And if you are horrified but hypnotized, it's pretty good description. The new documentary is a valuable companion piece. I'm going to look that up. I haven't seen it. The farce is strong with this one. Graham Virtue is a film and TV critic. A Disturbance in the Force will be available on digital video on demand and Blu-ray from 5th of December. It also screens at Bristol IMAX on 14th of December. Oh, nice. I'll look for it on Amazon, I suppose. Digital video on demand from the 5th, the day after tomorrow. There we go. It's good. I like the holiday special. I've seen it, a few times. I can't say loads of times. A few times. It's worth a watch. It's mental. Have a few drinks and then watch it. Or watch it with friends and you can have a good laugh. It's not as funny if you're just watching it by yourself. Watch it with a friend and you can have a good laugh. It's like The Room, it's like car crash telly. It's like car crash telly. It's like such a disaster. Anyway. Right, so let's move on. So, yeah, and he also said, didn't he, George Lucas, the famous thing that he said, if he could, he'd get every copy of it and bury it somewhere in the desert and all that. But not happening, George. Just embrace it. But yeah, anyway. Right, let's move on. Did it. We're getting closer to the trailers. Hey, it's come on now. There we go. One more story, and then we're on the trailers. Right. What's happening? Oh, hang on. Here we go. What's happening with I Am Legend 2? Will Smith provided an update on his and Michael B. Jordan's film. This is from Cinema Blend, Eric Swan. It's been nearly 15 years since the first film released, and there's a still from the first film. Poor dog. It's Sam, the dog. I can't remember. Something like that. Were there Ewoks in the special? No, because it was long before Ewoks. There were but a twinkle in George Lucas's eye. No, there's no Ewoks in it. There's Wookiees, many Wookiees that for about most of the show, they're just talking to each other in Wookiee. with no subtitles, so you've no idea what they're saying. So it's just all like that, and you've no idea what they're saying. I remember the first movie, watched it way back in the day in the theatre, I bet. What, Star Wars? Yes, I did. I remember going to see it when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old. Right. Anyway, back to Will Smith and I Am Legend. A follow-up to Will Smith's 2007 science fiction drama I Am Legend has long been discussed, but only in recent years has the project truly picked up momentum. It was March 2022 that Smith was confirmed to be making the sequel, if his wife lets him. Wife. I forgot what I want now. To the action movie alongside a major co-star. Michael B. Jordan is set to join the franchise with this installment, and thus far, a number of fans seem pumped. A number of fans. Updates have been few and far between since the announcement. However, thankfully, though, Smith has now provided the public with a spot of news regarding how production is going. The Oscar winner isn't one to spill too many beans when it comes to his most highly anticipated productions. However, when he attended the Red Sea International Film Festival, was that in Egypt? I've no idea. He shared some small nuggets with those in attendance. The good news is that the movie is definitely still happening, and though he didn't say when filming will begin, he confirmed via Variety that he and Michael B. Jordan would be speaking soon. He also reiterated just how his character, Dr. Robert Neville, would be able to return for this second go-around. All right, no, I Am Legend. All right, sorry. I don't think I was alive when the first Star Wars came out. Well, that's what I'm presuming you meant the special editions, but I'm an original. Back in 70, well, it was 78 when it was released in the UK, January 1978. Oh, the first I Am Legend. I didn't see that in the theatre, but famously, it had an advert, didn't it, for Batman versus Superman, which everybody said, "Oh, is that coming?" And then it arrived many years later. Anyway, quote, I'm having a call tomorrow with Michael B. Jordan about I Am Legend 2. You have to be a real I Am Legend buff to know this, but in the first theatrical version, my character dies. But on the DVD, there was an alternate version of the ending where my character lived. We are going with the mythology of the DVD version. I can't tell you anything more, but Michael B. Jordan is in. You don't have to be a buff, you just have to watch the DVD and the special features with the alternate ending. And I thought the alternate ending were better where he lived, because he kind of made a deal with the vampire zombie things, wherever the hell they are. Rather than blowing, spoilers, blows himself up, doesn't he? Irene says, I was born in 87, so that's already been 10. You'd have been 10 when the special editions came out, wouldn't you? But I did watch all the first 3 Star Wars in my house, lots of times with my parents, even had toys. Cool. But it's not for girls, you're not allowed, it's a boys thing. That's what they said. Wingrace says, I like the alternate ending better, stupid focus groups. Yes. Yes. I thought it were a better ending, wasn't it? Because he, as I said, he like made a deal or whatever, or convinced the vampire things to go away and let him go, didn't he? Because it worked out a cure or something, hadn't he? Or it was close to a cure or something like that. And so they didn't kill him. Something like that. I can't remember. Well, I stole them from my brother and his G.I. Joes and Ninja Turtles. Oh, yeah, one of them girls, are you? Climbing trees and all that stuff. A tomboy. Hey. Anyway. Right, where were we? I Am Legend, right. Those who've seen the flick, which is one of Will Smith's best movies. Don't go that far. It's all right, but surely know that the theatrical version ends with Dr. Neville, a lone scientist in the post-apocalyptic New York, dying. Neville did so by sacrificing himself in order to ensure that the cure for the disease would reach the remaining portion of mankind. However, as mentioned above, the DVD contained an alternate ending in which Neville survived. This past February is when it was first revealed that Smith's sequel would retcon the ending audiences saw in theatres well over a decade ago. Ian says, I did, yes. I was a Power Rangers jumping out of trees and playing 007. Did it? So you were a female 007 long before, I forgot her name, her that were in No Time to Die. There you go. There you go. You can say that. The more pew pew and boom boom, the better. Amazing. Right. I forgot what I want now. Past February is when it was first revealed that Smith's sequel, not the Smiths, that Smith's sequel would retcon the ending audiences saw in theatres well over a decade ago. It's a smart move and one that ensures this franchise continues on with its leading man. Still, there are a number of unknown variables regarding this new installment. The premise remains a mystery, and Michael B. Jordan's character has yet to be revealed. Jordan could end up portraying a long-thought dead relative of Neville, but that might be a bit too on the nose. If anything, hang on, another drinky. If anything, Jordan could just portray someone Robert comes into contact with as he continues to navigate the ravaged world he inhabits. Aaron says, Will Smith, despite his shenanigans at the Oscars or whatever, is still on my hall pass list. Well, yeah, I've nothing against Will Smith either. It's his missus I've got a problem with. For some reason, she's got him wrapped around her little finger, hasn't she? Despite she can do anything and say anything to him, but he just stands by her, doesn't he? Maybe she's done some witchcraft and put a spell on him and he can't help himself. And oddly enough, I know exactly how that feels, but I'll not go into that. Anyway, she must have something amazing. Yes, she must have. Anyway, where were we? Right. What is known about I Am Legend 2, aside from the fact that the two leads are set, is that Francis Lawrence, who's known for helming Hunger Games films, is returning to direct. Akiva Goldsman, is also penning the script again as well and will resume producing duties. Goldsman teased that the film will... Somehow he's an Oscar winner as Akiva Goldsman. How do you manage that? Goldsman teased that the film will channel The Last of Us PlayStation's zombie franchise, which was adapted into a TV show by HBO in some ways as well. Remember, Akiva Goldsman wrote Batman and Robin. He's responsible for that. Anyway, although it's still early and more information is needed, Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan's film could work. They're both capable leads, and if there's a strong enough story at play that can service both of them, this could be an entertaining flick. Hopefully, it won't be too long before further information on its filming schedule is divulged. I'm sure Smith will provide updates on social media when he's able, when his missus tells him he can. But until then, it appears he's keeping his mouth shut. Anyone who'd like to revisit I Am Legend or watch it for the first time can rent or buy it on Prime Video. Do yourself a favour. Also, look over the schedule, blah, 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 blah. Right. Irene says, I really like The Last of Us. I watched part of the game and all of the show. Yeah, it was a good series. I quite enjoyed it. I played the first game once. I enjoyed it, but it stressed me out a bit too much. So I just played it the once. I've not played the second one. Is it Bella Ramsey or something, her name? Loved her since Game of Thrones. Yes, she plays the character in Game of Last of Us. Yes, it is her. Yes. I forgot the name of the character. Never mind. But yes, and she's returning for season 2, and so is Pedro Pascal. And I don't think... oh, no, I'm not saying, because I don't want to spoil it for Irene. Yes, she was the Lady Mormont, wasn't she? She She took out a giant, didn't she, in season 8 of Game of Thrones at the Battle of Winterfell. She got killed by a giant, but she stabbed it, didn't she, and killed the giant. Yeah, she was a cool character. She took no crap. She was great. Not quite as great in Last of Us. You know, I wasn't that keen on her character, to be completely honest. But anyway. Yes, and Pedro was in Game of Thrones 2 as well, and he also died. Quite gruesomely. Right. I think it's trailers time now. Ooh. Right, where are we? And House of the Dragons first. Right, so here we go. House of the Dragons Season 2 official teaser. Got the volume up. Right. So off we go. Go full screen. Share it. I'll mute myself. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Tell us if there's an echo. Oh, hang on. Hang on. It'd help if everybody shared it, wouldn't it? Right, we'll start again. But before we go, Irene says, just finished watching House of the Dragon. For some reason, I keep wanting to say House of the Devil, which is a cool film, which we did on Friday Night Appointment with Fear a few weeks ago. Or months. I just finished watching House of the Dragon yesterday, season 1. Yes, it was cool. It was really good. I think it exceeded just about everybody's expectations, didn't they? Because people didn't really think it'd be very good, given what had happened with season 8 of Game of Thrones. But season 1 of House of the Dragon, everybody seems to like it. Anyway, let's watch this trailer. Let me know if there's an echo.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
The war be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
There is no war so hateful to the gods. There's a war between kin. And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
That looked cool, didn't it? That looked cool. Right, let's go back then and have a look at bits. So it's all kicking off, isn't it? He says, I'm still haven't decided if I'm Team Hightower or Targaryen. Well, no, I don't have a dog in the fight either, so to speak. I know I didn't spell that right. It's near enough. It's near enough. But yeah, anyway, she's back in shit. I can't remember the actor's name, or even the characters, to be completely honest. But she was good. Remember, she's the actress who says she's really good at playing women because she identifies as non-binary. But she's a woman. But remember, her son got killed in the last season, didn't he? He was riding that dragon, wasn't it? And the big dragon. Don't ask me the names. Just ate it with him on board, didn't it? So that's what sparked this war. Rhaenyra, yes, and we see Alicent in a bit, don't we? Rhaenyra. Yes, her son got eaten by the dragon. Yes. So that's what's kicked all this off. Kicked off the war between these houses. Here's Matt Smith back again. Cool. And then we're going to actually see battles going on, hopefully. Remember in Game of Thrones, we didn't actually see a battle happening for like the first 4 or 5 seasons. We always arrived afterwards, didn't we? And, just saw what were left, the dead bodies and stuff. the survivors. And they actually show a battle for many seasons, did they? But anyway. Irene says, it's be right back. Sorry, need to address something. That's fine. It's fine. I'll twiddle my thumbs till Irene gets back. Let's just talk amongst ourselves. Anyway, and there's is it Rhys Ifans? That's Otto Hightower, isn't it? The new king. Because remember, Paddy Considine died, didn't he? And he should have, I don't think he even got nominated, did he, for an Emmy? I don't think he did. Could be wrong. We should have won it for that role as the king. Anyway, here we go. Dragons flying about. When they're going to get small then? Because it said in Game of Thrones, didn't it, that by the time, the last Targaryen were on the throne, the dragons were only this big. They're only little, weren't they? But they're still big now at this stage. And we see a fella here that looks, I'm going to see it, I missed it. There's Alicent, played by the lovely, I can't remember her name, Olivia, I can't remember, so I'm going to look that up now. I'm going to have to look this up now, because it's bothering me. House of the Dragon. Did it, cast. Right. Olivia Cook. Because she were in, pardon me, she's been in a lot of stuff, but I remember her from, she was in a horror film, the Quiet Ones, which were quite good. I remember from that, and I also remember she were in Bates Motel. She were good in that as well. So there we go. There's a fella that he looks. That's it. That's him that were riding the dragon that ate Rhaenyra's son, wasn't it? I think. There's a fella that chopped somebody's head off. I might have got past it. I might have gone past it. But it's all kicking off. Look. Oh wow! This dragon flying over. No, it reminded me. I don't know why they just lingered on it enough. It just I just got vibes of an Imperial Star Destroyer flying over. I don't know why, but it did that for me. Oh, him, right? Oh no, it ain't, is it? Because it goes back by so quickly. I thought it was bloody what's his face? Him from Game of Thrones. Costa Wall, whatever the bloody hell his name is. Oh, I'll say on it what. Me and blooming names. Right, I'm just looking that up now. Right, where is he? Where are you? There we go. Nikolai Costa-Waldau. Jamie Lannister. He just reminded me of Jamie Lannister. I thought, hang on, what's he doing here? And I thought, is he? But he just looks a bit like him, doesn't he? A little bit in this scene. Right. So anyway, it looks cool. And there's dragons and fire and battles, and there's going to be, political intrigue and all that's going to still be going on. Sneaky stuff going on in the background. The voice behind the throne and all that. That'll be happening, won't it? So yeah, looks cool. Looking forward to that. Right. So let's move on to the next one. Trailer that we've got to look at, which is the Fallout teaser trailer. I have seen this one. I think. Oh no, I haven't. But it is the background. Yes, I've heard it. I haven't seen it. I'm pressing the wrong button again. Hang on. There we go. So, Fallout. Let's have a look at Fallout. Obviously based on the video game series from Bethesda. About a post-apocalyptic North America, USA. It's been set in, I think, Washington, D.C. and Boston and Las Vegas, hasn't it, in the games? where a nuclear war's happened and people have gone to live underground. I think it happened in like the 50s. It's like an alternative history in it. And I think a nuclear war happened in the 50s, I think. And I've not played them because I'm not really into the games, to be honest. My son loves them, but I'm not really into them. And they're going to these what's called vaults to live underground until they can come back out. And so that's what's happening here. So anyway, whatever. Right, so let's watch this.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
What are you doing that for?
Stop! Lucy!
Don't go out there, Lucy. Obviously, the girl boss woke.
You need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species. I do not think you would be willing to do what it takes
Oh, that
to
tumbleweed will
survive
get
up here. If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be meat. Like meat, don't they? The game.
Tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day. A bright new sun will suddenly break through. But I don't want to see
Copyright strike, probably.
tomorrow unless
Get him one.
I see it with you. And grab the moldy one.
It's a spy plot.
I don't want to see tomorrow. I see
Los Angeles. April 12th. That looks good. That looks good, does that? As I said, I don't know a huge amount about. I know little bits about the games. Like I said, my son would tell you. Hang on, where is it? What that bug's called? He'd say, "Oh, that's a thingamajig." I don't think we saw a death claw, did we? Which are a big part of the games, aren't they? They're one of the main creatures you have to avoid. As I said, it's the Cotopaxi, lack of close encounters. And the dog as well. We see the dog, don't we? Hang on, I've gone past it. Where is it? There we go. That's eating one of those bugs. They've got a name. I can't remember what it is. But I think they call it meat or something like that. I think it's meat. Call that in game. I think they do anyway. Whether it'll be called that in the game, I don't know. And these, I'm just going to show us them. There we go. Is this that? What is it? The Iron Brotherhood or something like that, isn't it? That's what they're called. As I said, I'm not an expert on the games. I've tried playing them. Oh, there we go. I've tried playing, but I'm not a big fan of Bethesda games, to be honest. I didn't really get into the Elder Scrolls games either. I don't know why. I couldn't get into them. And I like open world games. Like I said, the Far Cry games and Assassin's Creed and all these, cool. But for some reason, I can't get into Bethesda games. I don't know why. But here they are, their Vault uniforms. As I said the other day, we were on about this in probably the Wednesday news. I once made one for my son, a Vault 111 or 101. I think whatever 111. uniform. They spent ages sewing and stuff. I bought like a blue boiler suit, but put the yellow piping on. Spent ages doing that so I could go to a convention with me. And then he didn't bother. Didn't want to bother. Didn't care. So it never got worn. This is supposed to be the ghoul, isn't it? They say it's the ghoul. There's a fellow with no nose. I don't know. A fellow with one eye. A one-eyed cyclops. What other kind is there? If you watched my Friday Night Appointment with Fear, the innkeepers, you know what I'm on about. There's that dog again. It looks cool. I think is that a gecko? What they call a gecko? It could be. Or it could be something else. It's not a death claw anyway. Oh, there's something going on with her eye as well, isn't there? What's happening there? Is she a mutant or has just been stabbed in the eye with a fork or something? I don't know. It looks nice and gruesome. Are they? Hang on, go back again. Are these in the game? I don't remember seeing these. Is this before the explosions? The mushrooms start sprouting. Is this the fellow that's destined to become the ghoul? Oh, that's all going off behind him. I just noticed behind him. We're getting on his horse. A big bloody cloud behind him, wasn't there? Explosions. And there it's all cooking off. I bet Sarah Connor's in there somewhere on the chain link fence going like that. Didn't she? That's what's happening. So there we go. Yeah, that looks good. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what happens. In April. Is it April? I think it said April, didn't it? Did it? Yes, April 12th. New series on Prime. I'm going to say Max then, but no, it's on Prime. So Amazon can do good series. So hopefully this is a good one. They didn't do well with Rings of Power, did they? But they've done well with other stuff. Or what is it? Wheel of Time, which I've not watched, so I can't say anything about. But I've heard it's rubbish. But they've done good stuff. Like I said, The Boys is good. Although a lot of people say, oh, it's gone woke. But I still enjoy it. I like Gen V as well. Reacher. What else? That other one. That one with that list one. What do they call it now? Anyway, that one. With Chris Pratt. And also in that Amazon film, wasn't he, Chris Pratt, The Tomorrow War, which were also good. So they do good stuff to Prime when they want to. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the next trailer, which is The Boys Season 4 trailer. I can't remember how Season 3 ended. Oh, pardon me. How did Season 3 of The Boys end? It didn't end with him playing with himself on top of that building, was it? Saying I can do anything I want. Was it that? I can't remember. I can't actually remember what happened. Yeah, it did, didn't it? He killed somebody, didn't he? Did Homelander, like in the open. But everybody rallied behind him, didn't they? Because it was like a social media thing, wasn't it? Anyway, so let's see what happens. So off we go. I think Homelander killed someone. Yeah, like in a crowd, wasn't there? And this fella said something, didn't he? It was about Storm, what's her face, the Nazi woman, and they just killed him or something, didn't they? Just blew him, just blazered him, didn't he? Anyway, right, off we go.
Rome, Greece. All democracies fail because
Rome, Greece. Didn't mention Mexico, did there? Supposed to be another series, isn't there? The Boys Mexico coming out with is it Diego Luna and it could be Pedro. No, it isn't Pedro. It's somebody else, isn't it? Can't remember. But anyway, Irene's back. She says, sorry, my husband wanted me to watch him die during this horrible game scene on Alan Wake 2. Laugh my ass off. Very good. I've not played Alan Wake 2. I once started the first Alan Wake, but I didn't get very far. You've got to stay in the light or something, haven't you, in Alan Wake? Or some, I don't know. I didn't get very far in it. And I got bored and went to something else. I don't remember. I need to rewatch that. I know it showed him being like isolated as a child. Homelander. Yeah. I can't remember. I'll have to rewatch it to bring myself up to speed. But anyway, back to the trailer.
Because people are fucking stupid. But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint? The people will tear it apart themselves. You just gotta nudge them a little. Then you get to swoop in.
Civil
And
unrest.
watch saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Don't worry. If there's hell below,
Hell.
Who watched their balls crushed?
Your team. What's your code name again?
The boys.
Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Been having fun. Homelander's been having fun. There we go. Did it say when? Does it say when it's coming out? No, it doesn't say. It just says coming soon. Oh shit! I don't know. Shit, let's go back. And have a look through. There's Carl Urban, who was on my list. Remember that video I keep saying I'm going to do about the most gorgeous actresses and the most handsome actors? He's on my list. So you know that Chris Hemsworth and Carl Urban's on my list. But anyway, that's by the by. Is she the one that blows people's heads up? She is, isn't she? That's her, isn't it? Don't ask me her name. I can't remember. She was in Gen V. That's what's her face, isn't it? On him. I forgot his bloody name now. Quaid. Jack Quaid. That's Jack Quaid, isn't it? Stormfront. Yes, Stormfront was the Nazi girl, not Storefront. About a rubbish superhero, wasn't it? Storefront. But yes, Stormfront was the Nazi girl who I thought were kind of hot, you know. Until she became a Nazi. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. God, me and names. Bloody hell. But also the from Supernatural, wasn't he? With their dad from Supernatural. And also the comedian in Watchmen. Jeffrey D. Morgan. Yay! Remember the name, Jeffrey D. Morgan. Anyway, we've got Jack Quaid and whoever she is playing Starlight. Something like that, isn't it? Are they still an item? What happened? Is May still around? Queen May? You know, the Wonder Woman. I can't remember what happened to her. Did she die or did something happen to her? I've forgotten. I think she is. I can't remember. There's another thing I'm going to have to watch to catch up on. I'm going to have to watch House of the Dragon. This. But it looks to be more focused on Homelander this season. Oh, there's his The Deep with his sexual partner. Hey. There's Carl Urban pretending to be an Englishman, you know, pretending to be old Cockney Englishman, all that. Yeah, what you C words? She faked her death, says Wingrace. Oh, right. So that's probably what I'm remembering. It auto corrected. Storefront. Oh, dear. So it's all going to kick off in it. Social unrest and people, you know, are for the. We had a bit of this though in Gen V, didn't we? Where we saw that people were turning against, superpowered people and all that, weren't they? So it's showing it a bit more in this new season. Who's she? Don't know. A new superhero. Another one there. There we go. Oh, the truth bomb with. I can't read what that says. Don't know. Is that her name, or is that just a show that she's on? I don't know. There's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Who's he going to be then? Is he? No, he's not, is he? No, because we've seen Carl Urban's dad, haven't we, in this? So he can't be Carl. He's not old enough anyway, is he? She's turned into one of them cats from the Marvels and Captain Marvel, hasn't she? Has she got a Infinity Stone in her mouth? Hang on, where were we? She's still around. Hopefully she'll be in it. I liked me. Yes, the poor octopus. Oh, squid. No, we're an octopus. I presume it were consenting, because he can talk to the animals, can't he, in the sea? So I presume it were consenting. Hey, somebody gone through a window. Oh, this were cool. Somebody becoming two. Oh, hell no. They were taking the V thing, weren't they? They were taking it, weren't they, last season? So the boys, some of the boys had superpowers, didn't they? Urban's dad was John Noble. Yes, he was, wasn't he? Yes, Windgrace knows. I've said before, he is omniscient. He knows everything. He doesn't even Google it. He just knows. Anyway. Somebody gets splattered against a wall. I say it all looks like jolly good fun. And there we go. They're having a drinky. And there we go. We see Homelander's Anthony Starr into the actor. He's obviously had some fun exploding people somehow, or just ripping them apart, or doing whatever he's done. It's the boys, isn't it? It's what you expect. I bet it's good. I bet it's fun. But who's this? Hang on, where is she? There she is. And who's that behind? Are they just new, not members of is it the Seven? But they could be. Maybe they're looking for new members of the Seven, and these are maybe candidates to replace Queen May, I suppose. This is what it'll be, won't it? To replace Queen May. So got sock stuff down there. Looks like it, doesn't it? They're just naturally well endowed. Anyway, Wingate says, I'm still mad at Amazon for cancelling The Tick, but keeping The Boys and Invincible. Why I haven't got round to watching season 2 of Invincible yet. I started watching The Tick. Is that the one with Peter Serafinovich as The Tick? Is that? That was quite good with that, from what I saw. I didn't see it all, but anyway. Irene says, dolphins do mate for pleasure, and I believe have tried to mate with humans. Okay, I'll have to remember to watch myself if I go swimming with dolphins then. Not that it's going to happen, because I can't swim. Anyway, covered in blood again, yeah. He loves it. The carnage. Invincible had 4 episodes, then took a mid-season break. Oh, it won't take me long to catch up then. I think you told me this actually last time, the last live news stream, I think, or the one before. You've told me this recently. As I said, I've no memory. I'm like a goldfish. Anyway, looking forward to The Boys season 4. Right, finally, lastly, Ted is getting a season. Well, it is a series on Peacock. American Idol only for the next soup. Yeah, basically that's what it is, isn't it? Yep, that's what it is. As I said, probably for the replacement for Queen May, ain't it? Who's presumed dead. Right, so Ted, off we go. By the way, I saw the first Ted. I thought it was really good and really enjoyed it. A bit near the knuckle in places, but you know, it'd be nice to see Sam Jones as Flash effing Gordon. But sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. And the second one, I didn't get far into it because straight away it just got on my nerves. Ted 2. So anyway, do you have Peacock, or is that another one that's US owned? I think that's US only as well. I don't think we have Peacock, so it might be on like Amazon. A lot of stuff that you get over there, it's either on like Amazon or we might get it on Sky, Sky Atlantic. Sky Atlantic shows the HBO Max stuff, and I think Peacock stuff might end up on Amazon here. But anyway, I lived in Florida, and whilst tubing, don't say whilst, I hate that word. Whilst tubing and boating, it was a real fear. Oh, right. I can't swim, so I'm safe. I'm safe from dolphins unless I fall in. But I'll probably drown before a dolphin finds me and tries to mate with me. But I suppose there's worse ways to go. Anyway, Ted. Right, here we go. There's Seth MacFarlane.
Here, and I am thrilled to share the trailer for our new...
Hang on, let him introduce himself. There we go.
Hi, everyone. Seth MacFarlane here, and I am thrilled to share the trailer for our new Peacock original series, Ted, telling the story of Ted and John's early days.
He wears loads of makeup, doesn't he? He must do. I've never seen him sweat. Have you ever seen him sweat? I've never seen him sweat. Loads of makeup on. Anyway.
Let's take a look.
Hey, Johnny. How bad is school gonna suck?
You're not gonna like it.
How bad?
Well, it's like getting your nuts smashed together so hard they become just one nut.
Holy shit.
You should be going to school every day with John.
No, thanks.
You might have fun.
No, I would not have fun. I guard the house when you guys are out.
What happened to the TV?
It was an accident.
You're going to school and you're gonna grow a fucking brain.
Oh, come on!
If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be.
Oh, it's a language.
You're bringing dolls to school?
It's the 90s. Times are changing.
Sexual education. Let's start with masturbation.
If you're going to assign homework, Johnny already did it this morning.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I haven't smoked. I haven't had sex. I haven't had a girlfriend. I'm a loser.
You and me have been best friends like our whole lives. We're about to get high for the first time.
Can we have drugs, please?
Let's do this right.
Oh, man.
Can you guys believe we're like having an experience and experiencing reality?
Is there a fucking gas leak or something?
Nice costume, fuckface.
It's possible that the two of you might not be total screw-ups.
Take a long look. This is what life is. Shit, Teddy. I'm the last virgin in school.
We can fix this. We gotta find a buyer.
Fresh penis. Get your fresh penis here.
Teddy, Jesus Christ.
Still has that new penis smell.
You shut up.
All right, I'm just trying to help.
There you go. Is it me or does Ted actually look a bit too cartoony? I don't know. It doesn't look real. For God's sake. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Meanwhile, oh, hang on. There we go. Dolphin might say we're just a mate with you. Oh, okay. In what universe? Don't know. I don't know, but this looks funny. It's just family. It's like a live action Family Guy, isn't it? That's all it is, really, but with different characters, but the same voices. But yeah, so far it looks funny. I saw Fur. It looks funny. I get it, Fur. But yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. I'll have to give Ted 2 another go. As I said, I didn't get very far into it. But they're getting married. They start with a wedding or something, and straight away I was like, "No, this is annoying," and I just turned it off. I like the first one, and this one looks fun. I say Seth MacFarlane obviously doing his Peter Griffin voice. and we see I forgot his name now. Playing the dad, him from the Orville, innit? I forgot his bloody name now. A really good singer, innit? Really good singer. Wingers, Ted 2 is worse, but has moments. I might give it another go. What do they call him now? Come on, Windgrace. What's he called? From the Orville. You should know this. You should be typing it now. There we go. Scott Grimes. Told you. Told you. He knows all. He were in Critters, wasn't he? Were the first 2 Critters films he were in? Something like that, wasn't it? As a child actor. But anyway. Is she supposed to be who's going to grow up to be Mila Kunis? Maybe. Is it? Don't know. But yes, it looks fun. Although a lot of swearing in class. You know, like when I was a kid, you didn't swear in class. Not out loud, anyway. Anyway. Just about every actor in this was in the Orville. Well, I haven't seen the cast list, and I don't recognise them. Apart from him. And even then, I couldn't remember his name. Oh, dear. Oh, is that... no, I don't know. Is it? I don't know. That's Strong Lass. Open his pickle jars. Anyway, I don't know. Right, so there we go. So, yes, it looks fun. Did you say when it were coming? Hang on, January. Oh, hang on, I've gone too far. There we go. January. Why can't I say January? There we go. January, sick and tired of you hanging on me. God, who sang that? Was it Bay City Rollers? Don't know. January 11th. That's why they've written Jan, because they knew I'd be reading it. Jan 11th on Peacock. And I don't know where else in the world. Irene, I'll give it a go. So, see how it goes. I'm going to see if I can find out when, if it's going to be on in the UK. Ted series UK. Not Ted Lasso, whatever. Which I've heard is good, Ted Lasso. Then there we go. Right. Oh, go away. Seth MacFarlane's Ted series gets a trailer coming early 2024 to Sky Max in the UK. So it's going to be on Sky in the UK. Right. Sky Max. I don't even know if I get that. I don't know. I've got some Sky channels. I don't know if I've got Sky Max. Probably not, knowing me. And they drop all episodes. Oh, is it going to be a binge one? Anyway, cool. Hopefully, it looks funny. Oh, it's a bit of fun. We all want a bit of fun and a laugh, don't we? And if it's a bit bawdy and rude, all the better. Right. I think that's it. I think we're done. Yes, that was the last thing. So there we go. Make myself big. Right. I'm going to go now. And find something else to do. What we're going to do? Oh, I'm going to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special, won't I? So I might dig that out and watch that. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks, Windgrace, and thanks, Irene, for helping me out in the chat. Did anybody else pop in? Oh, check Rumble first. No chats in the Rumble. The Rumble. But never mind. Did anybody pop in? My Scottish Geek Guy dropped in, didn't he? So thanks, Jimmy, for dropping in. And thanks again for congratulating me on my 500, reaching the 500 mark in subs. So do I get a plaque? Do I get a little plaque that says 500 subs on? They should do, but they don't. I'll make one. I'll print one out and put it up there. Anyway. Right, I'm going. What's next? Sunday. Tomorrow night is Magnificent Mondays, and we're doing... Tomorrow night, Magnificent Mondays, we're doing... there we go. Hang on, where are we? There we go. Starship Troopers, which says plays on PlayStation 3 and Blu-ray player with an HD TV. That's what that sticker says there. So we're watching that tomorrow, which is cool. So I'm going to have to watch that and watch all the bonus features beforehand. That's Monday sorted out for me. Wingray, thanks for helping me procrastinate on my Doctor Who video. You're welcome. You're welcome. Wednesdays, another news stream. Friday, next Friday, for Appointment with Fear. I still haven't set it up, have I? I don't think. We're doing The Wolfman from 2010, starring Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins. Well, excuse me. Hugo Weaving and Emily Blunt. I really like this film. Is it a guilty pleasure? A lot of people don't seem to like it, but I really like this film. So we're doing that next Friday. And that's all I can tell you. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, that review will be up. I'll be doing that. Later in the, is it, I don't know, Friday or Saturday, whenever I get round to it. And that's it. Right, so I'm going now. So thanks, everybody. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll say the